It's some kind of barely marked alternative high school. But although they don't want to make too big a deal out of themselves, where they're coming from in terms of alternatives is pretty easy to figure out. Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. Nothing up here yet for the Coast Guard. I guess maybe we're a little too far away. Nothing up here yet for the Space Force. Food for thought. More alternatives. This is not an abortion clinic. You can tell because there's a biblical scripture quoted down there in the corner underneath the poor young girl with the big tummy. I still didn't get up early enough to walk before it got too hot, and the day has been pretty cloudless and warm. I did get up earlier than I did yesterday, which was earlier than the day before that. So progress toward super virtue and 4 a.m. is being made. Meanwhile, the drums of sunset. Meanwhile, the dancers. Meanwhile, I'm back on the little camera without the fancy dead cat wind muff. Meantime. Again, I spent way too much time on the Twitters. But it was for a good cause. As compared to blogging for 7 years, and as compared to YouTubing for 7 months, I'm an overnight sensation on Twitter. I mean, not that it's doing me any good yet, but I honestly do think that the opinions that I'm expressing there are drawing people to my profile, and that drawing people to my profile means exposing them to links, such as the link to vairtere.com and the link to this YouTube page. And last night's video was, perhaps as a result, quite successful. Again, by the extremely minimalistic standards that I'm operating under right now. I don't really mean minimalistic standards. Strange as it may seem, I actually, in my weird way, have pretty high standards. What I really meant to say is, we are still, even after 7 years, even after 7 months, very much before the beginning. I mean, look at us. "13 subscribers, maybe 9, over on the Twitter. Even after the decades, it's still what we might call early days. You're in on the ground floor. This is an amazing opportunity. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this sunrise and this sunset with me. I understand that there is a way to put subscribers on the charge card. Buy them. Not from YouTube itself, but YouTube has a lot of videos on YouTube that describe this process, which leads me to believe that they're not against the idea, even though they could easily make a rule against it too, and probably will at some point. They whacked on RFK pretty hard, according to the Twitter mumbling today, and he ran off to the competition platform. By the way, there's a vairtere over there too. Hit me up in the comment section for details if you want them. And like and subscribe. And I suck at marketing, which is why I may need to purchase a little bump. Twitter, for their part, would love it if I sent them $84 for a year's worth of subscription to their otherwise free platform. This is known as getting yourself a blue check on Twitter, but the blue check is really quite the least of it. What they actually do, if you give them the money, is bump you up in the algorithm, put more eyeballs on what you have to say. Maybe it's worth it, maybe not. Feels gross. I might do it anyway. There are a couple of things that do matter, other than the tweetergasm, and that is that if you pay, you can write posts which are twice as long, which would be great for me because I tend to be verbose. You can also bold and italicize text in your tweets. Lord knows I'd love that too. It would almost be as good as WordPress, but with more eyeballs. These are the kinds of thoughts that are running through my head these hot June days. I hope you don't mind me bugging you with them. I really would like the opportunity to grow a bit, up to the point of monetization, even if it only brings in a trickle. I'm unwilling, fatally unwilling, to change much about what I do or the way I do it. I probably won't even edit out those dogs. And make you, my loyal and devoted listeners, live through what I live through. Shamelessly, heartlessly. All right. That's all that's really on my mind. I just pulled a little cash out of the ATM. I might walk up and get some cheese. After that, I might jump in the car and go get some water. You've seen how that works. If I come up with anything else pertinent to say, I will do so. And if not, bonsoir. Hey, look, honey, it's a larch.